previous lesson, we have learnt about cell size, shape and arrangement of bacteria along with their basic cell organization and function. Besides fundamental morphology, there are external structures which depend on species and environmental conditions for their presence over the surface of bacterial cell. These components are glycocalyx, S layer, slime layer, capsule, flagella, pili, fimbriae and resistant structure like endospore. First of all, we will see glycocalyx. Most of the prokaryotic cells, particularly bacterial cell, have a chemically complex cell envelope. The layers of cell envelope stack upon one another and are often bonded tightly. In electron micrograph, three basic layers can be identified: the outermost glycocalyx, followed by cell wall and cell membrane, the plasma membrane, out of which glycocalyx is the network of polysaccharides lying outside the cell wall of the bacteria and other cells, which protect cells and also helps in adhesion. Next, we will see S layer. Many gram negative and gram positive bacteria have regularly structured layer called S layer on their surface. The slime layer should not be confused with the S layer, as S layer is a separate and highly organized glycoprotein layer surrounding many bacterial cells. It probably protects the cell against ion and pH fluctuations, osmotic stress, enzymes or the predaceous bacterium Delovibrio. Next is slime layer. This layer differs in thickness and chemical composition in different bacteria. Some have a loose, diffused and unorganized sheath called slime layer, which protects the cells from loss of water and nutrients and can be easily deformed and washed off from the cell by centrifugation, etc. The function of the slime layer is to protect the bacterial cell from environmental threats such as antibiotics and desiccation. The slime layer also allows bacteria to adhere to smooth surfaces such as prosthetic medical devices and catheters. It may permit bacterial colonies to survive chemical sterilization with chlorine, iodine and other chemicals, leaving autoclaving or flushing with boiling water as the only certain methods of decontamination. Now, we will see capsule. Other bacteria may have a thick and tough covering known as capsule. Both capsule and slime layer are made up of polysaccharides, but may sometimes contain protein also. Capsules are well organized viscous layers of polysaccharides lying outside the cell wall. Most capsules consist of polysaccharides. However, capsules of some bacteria like Bacillus anthracis consist of polypeptides, mainly poly-D-glutamic acid. The capsule is responsible for giving gummy and sticky character to the cell. This layer is not essential for cell survival, but at times can be highly specific and immunogenic. It protects the bacteria from phagocytosis and makes pathogenic bacteria more virulent. For example, capsulated variant of Streptococcus pneumoniae becomes highly pathogenic and even lethal. It also protects bacteria from desiccation and viral infections. Bacteria may or may not possess surface appendages. Three types of surface appendages can be recognized on certain bacterial species. The pili, meant for conjugation; fimbriae, meant for attachment; and flagella, which are organs for locomotion. First, pili. Pili occurs almost exclusively on gram-negative bacteria, except only a few gram-positive bacteria such as Corynebacterium renale. The term pili means hairs in Latin are short, thin, elongate and tubular structures, more rigid in appearance than flagella, which are made up of special proteins like pillins. In addition to their role in conjugation, they also function as receptors for donor specific, male specific phages. Sometimes referred as sex pili, singular pilus, about 1 to 10 per cell, often larger than fimbriae, around 9 to 10 nanometer in diameter, are generally determined by sex factors or conjugative plasmids and are required for bacterial mating. Formation of pili is genetically controlled and is specific for a cell type, as conjugation takes place between compatible bacterial cells. Now we will see fimbriae. Fimbriae are small bristle-like fibers which mediates bacterial attachment to solid surfaces such as rocks in stream and to host tissues. A cell may be covered with up to 1000 fimbriae, which are slender tubes composed of helically arranged protein subunits and are about 3 to 10 nanometer in diameter and up to several micrometers long. These are also responsible for mutual clinging of cells, forming a film on liquid as well as other thick aggregates. Next is flagella. Flagella are thread-like appendages extending outward from the plasma membrane and cell wall in most motile bacteria. They are slender, rigid structures about 20 nanometer across and up to 15 to 20 micrometer long. These being so thin cannot be directly observed with a bright field microscope, and their thickness is increased by coating them with tannic acid and potassium alum and then stained with para-rosanilin or basic fuchsin. Electron microscopic studies have revealed that the bacterial flagellum is composed of three parts: filament, hook and basal body. The filament is the longest portion of the flagellum, which extends from the cell surface to the top. It is hollow, rigid cylindrical structure consist of a single protein known as flagellin FLIC. The protein molecules are arranged in spiral manner in the filament. It measures about 20 nanometer in diameter and 1 to 70 nanometer in length. It is inserted into a curved tubular hook that links the filament to the basal body. Hook is composed of polymer of single protein subunits FLGE. The basal body is the most complex part of the flagellum and consists of 4 rings in gram-negative bacteria. Earlier it was thought to have L, P, S and M rings, out of which L stands for lipopolysaccharide, P for peptidoglycan, S for supramembranous and M for membrane. Later on, it was found that both M and S rings, now called MS ring, function as a single unit. A fourth ring, C ring for cytoplasmic, present inside the cell. Both MS and C rings act as rotor for movement of cell. Gram-positive bacteria have only 2 basal rings, S and M ring. The inner ring is connected to plasma membrane, while the outer ring is connected to peptidoglycan layer. The structure of flagellum permits the filament to rotate by 360 degree. The mechanism of flagellar movement appears to be rotational. The hook and helical structure of the flagellum causes flagellum to act as a propeller. As the flagellum rotates, it spins the body in opposite direction and pushes the bacterium in forward direction. Counterclockwise rotation causes forward motion called a run, and a clockwise rotation disrupts forward motion, resulting in a tumble. Now, number and distribution of flagella. On the bacterial surface, these are characteristic for a given species and hence are useful in identifying and classifying bacteria. Flagella may be arranged in various patterns. First, monotrichous, a single polar flagellum as found in Vibrio cholerae. Second is amphitrichous, a single flagellum at each pole as present in Alcaligens faecalis. Third one, lophotrichous, a cluster tuft of flagella at one or both ends as in Spirillum. Fourth, peritrichous, a relatively even distribution of flagella over the entire surface of the bacterium as in case of Proteus vulgaris and E. coli. Some bacteria show movement in response to chemicals and magnetic field. Directed movement of bacteria either towards a chemical attractant or away from a chemical repellent is termed as chemotaxis. The concentration of these materials is detected by chemoreceptors in the surfaces of bacteria. Directional travel towards a chemoattractant is caused by lowering the frequency of tumbles or twiddles, thereby lengthening the runs when travelling up the gradient, but allowing tumbling to occur at normal frequency when travelling down the gradient. directional travel away from chemorepellent involves similar but opposite responses. Aquatic magnetotactic bacteria like Aquaspirillum magnetotacticum can orient themselves in Earth's magnetic field, as most of them have intracellular chains of magnetite Fe3O4 particles of magnetosomes. Endospores are special resistant dormant structure formed intracellularly by some bacteria, which enables them to resist harsh environmental conditions such as heat, UV, gamma radiation, chemical disinfectants and desiccation. Representative genera of endospore forming vegetative cells are Bacillus, Clostridium, Sporosarcina and others. The endospore structure is very complex and has many layers that are absent from vegetative cell. First is exosporium. It is a thin, delicate protein covering. Second is spore coat, which lies beneath the exosporium, composed of several protein layers. Third is cortex, which is present beneath the spore coat and made up of peptidoglycan. And the last is spore cell wall or core wall inside the cortex and surrounds the protoplast or a spore core. Dipicolinic acids are present in large quantities in the bacterial endospore, which is thought to be responsible for endospores' heat and desiccation resistance. Endospore morphology and location vary with species. Hence, staining is done to determine the morphology and location. These are impermeable to most stains. They often are seen as colorless areas. Schaeffer-Fulton procedure employs use of two dyes, malachite green and safranine, which gives a green endospore resting in a pink to red cell. Endospores can be examined with both light and electron microscopy. Next is endospore formation. Endospore formation normally commences when growth ceases due to lack of nutrients. Transformation of dormant spores into active vegetative cells is a complex multi-stage process that include activation, preparation of the spore, germination, that is breaking of the spore's dormant state, and outgrowth, that is emergence of new vegetative cell. The first morphological change is the transformation of two identical chromosomes into an axial filament of DNA. A septum is then divides the cell and smaller pre-spore cell is engulfed by the spore mother cell, where the plasma membrane separates the cytoplasm of one cell from cytoplasm of the other and leave a space in between the two, where the spore wall material is deposited. Bacteria are small unicellular cells with components like capsules, pili, fimbriae as external components of the cell. Some bacteria form endospore to survive under harsh conditions in dormant stage.